Bitcoin is crashing towards the downside right now, but I do not believe that this dump is over right now. I do think we have some more downwards momentum still coming. Yes, we are bouncing off support pretty nicely, but this wick towards the downside is concerning me a lot, alongside with some other very important things we right now need to look into. So guys, are we still going to be creating this minus 20% move? Are we still going to be creating this minus 40% correction? Well guys, certainly you do not want to miss out on this video. Can we once again smash up that like button above the 30 likes? And without any further ado, of course, while everyone was still bullish in the market, I exactly warned you guys on the top right here with this bearish divergence on both my YouTube channel and also on my Twitter page that yes, Bitcoin was looking a little bit more bearish. So the video of yesterday and the video of that day before were exactly like predicted, that I flipped a little bit more bearish right here. I was starting to get cautious. Of course, we were riding this whole trend towards the upside. We have been bullish throughout this whole trend towards the upside, but just right now at this exact top, we have flipped a little bit more bearish, and I do think we can be even continuing a little bit more towards the downside. And of course, as always, what I'm about to say right here will be very well reasoned. So why am I exactly thinking that we are headed for another dump towards the downside? Well, first of all, it is going to be that we have this huge wick towards the downside, and if you have been following me for a longer time, you of course already know that I was trying to build up this Bitcoin long position exactly at the bottom. Literally, this position I was trying to build up at the time right here was literally exactly right here at the exact bottom. It is actually quite unfortunate because this exact position, the entry was just missing out with just $10. Otherwise, at the time of recording this video, I would have been in a 50k profit. So yeah, quite unfortunate right here. But the reason I'm telling you guys this is because at that time, we had this huge liquidity wick towards the downside, right? And usually we do tend to fill these liquidity wicks once again towards the downside. Just like you could be seeing over here, we created this bullish divergence and then we blasted off towards the upside. So right now we are basically doing the exact same thing. We are creating this huge liquidity wick towards the downside. Usually around, we do tend to create that another push towards the downside, then create that bullish divergence, and then we blast off towards the upside again. And I have so many reasons prepared that once again are showing that this once again is exactly going to be happening. But of course, not to forget that all of these breakdowns were so perfect. Literally, if you are watching my channel every single day, it is literally, I think, impossible to be losing in this current market. Literally, the ones that are watching my channel every single day know that every single move right here I have been calling. So guys, make sure to of course subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter, and let's get into towards the exact reasons why I think we could first see a little bit more of a dump before headed towards the upside. And the first reason, of course, is going to be that we have this huge liquidity wick towards the downside. People are clearly currently trying to buy up this current dip. I can also see it on Twitter. Everyone is kind of saying, oh, buy the dip right now. This is your chance to buy some cheap Bitcoin. Yes, the funding rates are starting to look a little bit more bullish, but still, in my opinion, they are looking quite bearish because every single time we have dipped in towards this territory and saw this topping out signal, well, we have all the time come back in towards this negative territory for the funding rates. And definitely right now, still, we can be seeing that we are not yet in this negative zone. So in my opinion, I do still think that we are going to be seeing negative funding rates before really being reset. And then whenever we are going to be seeing negative funding rates, which of course means that the majority is trying to be shorting the market. And of course, we know that the majority is usually wrong in the market. Well, that is going to be the moment where the bottom is going to be found. So not right now, in my opinion. I do still think we have a little bit more of flushing out to do. Of course, we have taken out a huge amount of liquidity already in the market, but I do still think and I do still see that majority is still trying to long the market, and in such a dip, definitely we do still want to be seeing that flush out happening. So the average correction right there at such a flush out was about a minus 20% decrease, and right now we are only seeing a decrease of about minus 10%, so we technically still do have a little bit more downside to go. Another thing is that we have just closed 8 weekly candles in the green, and after that happened for the last time, we saw a minus 40% correction. Look, I do not think we are going to be headed that low, but definitely this is indicating me that yes, technically speaking, we still do have a little bit more momentum and a little bit more downside left to go. Look, that doesn't mean we are going to be dumping immediately towards the downside. It could still mean that we are going to be consolidating a little bit more and then actually get our downside dump being created, but just keep that in mind. Okay, and eventually also do keep in mind that I do not necessarily think this Bitcoin dump is over, but in the bigger picture, this is just a pit stop for a huge bull run that is around the corner. So regardless, I am going to be buying the dip and will continue to do so if we are headed even lower. Here, of course, I am talking about my long-term portfolio, and here I also had this discussion with this guy. Definitely, if you are talking about leveraged long positions, this, in my opinion, is not the best time to be opening a long position right here. But if you're talking about a hodl portfolio, I would never really sell my portfolio, and I'm never taking profits until my long-term bull market targets are getting reached. Of course, for your hodl positions, I never try to beat the market. Only when trading the market, well, then I might still wait a little bit more until we are going to be getting this dip, and then I might enter the market. So let's see how this price further develops. Of course, the updates in the following days will be very important to decide whatever Bitcoin is going to be doing right here. So make sure to stay tuned about that. And if you are going to be interested in trading, make sure to go ahead towards that first link in the description, because you can right now claim a free $1,000 US dollar trade on Bybit. On top of that, you can also claim a free $40,000 US dollar deposit bonus. But this free trade that you can right now claim is absolutely insane, so make sure to check it out. And of course, in the coming bull run, well, we are going to be making so much money together. Of course, Bitcoin will start to go parabolic after the Bitcoin halving, and that is going to be coming early next year, and we are going to be making so much money with whatever you want on this channel, with Bitcoin, altcoins, meme coins, NFTs, and maybe even ordinals. Of course, ordinals is right now where the majority of my attention lies right now, because I think Bitcoin punks from this point will be an easy 100x, and let me know if I should make a video about this exactly, how to buy one, what my top ordinal picks are right now, and on top of that, I'm also doing some huge altcoin research right now, so stay tuned for that. I think the Bitcoin dominance is going to be decreasing a little bit right here in the coming few days. Yes, at the spot Bitcoin ETF approval, we are going to be seeing a slight increase, but I think yes, we are going to be seeing some kind of an alt season coming in the coming few weeks. So stay tuned for that, and if you do want to be staying up to date about every single market development, make sure to be following me on Twitter. And guys, with that being said, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.